Welcome to the art gallery that will present to you a large variety of different artists' work and art forms. This drawing comes from one of Jim Dine's tool collection. He was an American artist who drew everyday objects that included items such as clothing, hearts, and tools. What you are looking at here is one of the 10 Winter Tools series that was made in 1973. This artwork is drawn on paper and charcoal is used to outline the shape of the scissors. This brings about the dark tones that are contrasted with the white empty spaces that create a dramatic effect. I have created a similar work that incorporates the same techniques with the charcoal. However, the subject matter is contrasted, for this drawing represents a living form. In painting, we're looking at an artist called Grace Cossington Smith. She was an Australian artist who grew up in Sydney and was famous for a unique style of painting. She painted with harmonious colours and liked to incorporate a lot of yellow in her work. This painting is a very well-known artwork that is called Interior with a Wardrobe Mirror and was painted in 1955. This is an oil-on-canvas painting that uses a lot of square brushstrokes to create a shimmering light and diagonal lines that make the mirror the focal point of the painting. If you look closely, you will notice a faint outline of a figure, making you feel like the artist was in the room while painting this extraordinary work. In comparison, I have produced a cactus painting with similar brushstroke techniques. The square brushstrokes were incorporated into this piece as well as blotting. The warm tones around complement the cool colours that are seen in the focal point of this painting. The dark outline around the cactus is what really completes this work, for it makes the subject matter appear strong and powerful. In printmaking, we are looking at Margaret Rose Preston. She was another Australian artist who created extraordinary prints. Her work was influenced by modernism and cultures all around the world. She especially enjoyed Aboriginal artworks and travelled all around Australia to admire the Indigenous rock paintings and used it for her own inspiration. The creation is called Hollyhocks, and it was made in 1928. This was made on a wood cutout where black ink was used to print the outline of the flowers. The thing that makes this artwork so amazing is the colour that was applied delicately by hand, making this a high quality piece. Further, printmaking techniques have been displayed from this recreation of Van Gogh's Sunflowers artwork. The flowers surrounding the vase have been printed by a lino cutout and appear to be more rough and abstract in comparison to Preston's work. The sculptor we are looking at today is Ricky Swallow. He was born in 1974 and moved from Australia to live in Los Angeles, where he creates fantastic sculptures and installations. What we are looking at is the kitchen table that comes from one of many sculptures in his collection, Killing Time. This table is entirely made out of wood that this artist has carved ever so delicately, making it look very realistic. There is a large amount of detail that makes this piece look as if the camera has captured all the movement. The elephant sculpture is far less detailed, for it is made out of paper mache. However, it is constructed with concave and convex shapes that take the form of an elephant. Additional art forms are used, for this sculpture has been painted with bright, vibrant colours and material that have been combined to create texture. Ron Nagel is another sculptor. However, he makes very small and unique objects out of clay. This sculpture is called Minameti and was created in 2010. It was built on a very small scale to emphasize the small detail, and its unusual shape makes this art form seem like a living creature. He uses bright red and pink tints to outline the sculpture, which subtly brings this colour towards the middle of the sculpture. This effect brings your focus to the rough bumpy texture in the middle of the sculpture, allowing you to appreciate the amount of effort that has been put into its creation. Ceramics have also been used to create a clay pot. This artwork shares many similarities with Nagel's work, for they are both made on a miniature scale and both have incorporated bright colours. However, Nagel tends to only apply a little colour to highlight the hidden textures, whereas this sculpture has colour all over and has been decorated with additional clay decorations on the outside. Max Dupayne was considered to be one of Australia's greatest photographers. He enjoyed taking photos of landscapes, especially the beach, buildings and people, and he was very passionate in showing the Australian way of life through our beach culture. This is one of Dupayne's most famous photos and is called The Sunbaker, which was taken in 1937. This is taken in a low camera angle shot, which makes the person in the photo seem as powerful as a mountain on the horizon and divides the sand with the sky. It has been displayed in black and white to create a contrasting effect. However, the light tones allow you to feel the warmth that would be imagined in this artwork. This is another black and white photo where the sculpture has been used as subject matter. This photograph, however, has been taken in a high camera angle shot, making the subject seem less powerful. The additional blank space at the bottom of the picture makes you feel as if the sculpture has been placed far away, making you feel a sense of loneliness. Ed Roshbach was an American artist who worked with fibre. His Mickey Mouse coil basket artwork was made in 1975 and had used ancient styles of netting, plaiting and dyeing. The warm orange and yellow colour highlights the Mickey Mouse figure and allows the audience to relate this artwork to American culture. This artwork shares the same fibre and textiles form, for this has been woven on a board and only two colours have been chosen to show a stripe pattern. The bright pink wool contrasts with the black, making the pattern very visible, and the tassels on the end have been kept on for an additional effect. I hope you have enjoyed our art excursion and can't wait for you to visit again. Thank you.